What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on these topics. So the first thing I want to discuss is the fact that Diddy is suing civil lawyer Ariel Mitchell and also the witness Courtney Burgess, who came forward and said that he had a tape with Diddy on it featuring MINORS. Now, Courtney is also the same cat that alleged that he received Kim Porter's memoir before she passed away. Now, if you guys don't remember, Diddy's kids actually sent Courtney Burgess a cease and desist about releasing the book, and also Al B. Sure did as well. Now, Diddy is saying that the tandem is out here spreading lies for media attention, and he's suing them for defamation. And so Diddy is like, yo, all of these things they're putting out there are baseless, they're not true, they're all false, and I need them to stop mentioning my name. And so Ariel Mitchell has responded and said this is just a ploy to silence victims. And so Diddy is suing Courtney, Ariel Mitchell, and also the company behind News Nation. Now, you know what I find funny, y'all, is the fact that Diddy forgot to actually sue or include in this lawsuit Christopher Todd, because Christopher is actually responsible for gathering this so-called information from Courtney to put this book together to sell it on Amazon. And he actually sold it under the alias that Tupac was said to use, Jamal T. Millwood. So I don't understand how he's escaping this lawsuit. But anyway, I want to move along and talk about this Snoop situation. So we know that Snoop, Rick Ross, Nelly, Soulja Boy, Waka Flocka, and so many others have been criticized and chastised by the melanated community for performing for the Trump festivities leading up to his inauguration. Now, they're saying that the reason why Snoop actually performed at the inauguration crypto ball event is based off the fact that Trump did him a favor by giving a pardon to Death Row Records co-founder Michael Harry O. Harris. And I want you guys to check out this clip where he's speaking about Snoop performing for Donald Trump.
We talked about it. I mean, like, Snoop is appreciative, just like I am and my family, for what Donald Trump did for me and my family by letting me out. But at the same time, Snoop is a non-political guy. I mean, he's America's favorite. And so he didn't want to get mixed up into the politics. And so he kind of kept who he felt should be the president to himself. And whoever became the president, he wanted to support them. I mean, that's just the way all Americans should view this. I believe that, you know, if we say that we want to be American citizens, then we have to go with the mandate. If American people have chosen President Donald Trump to be the president, then why are we still continuing to throw arrows at somebody that we could work with that could change the trajectory of our lives, you know, in our communities? I mean, if that's what you really want. But I think Snoop Dogg has been an honorable guy. I mean, he done helped the community. He done created programs where he spent his own money to help young men become professional athletes. And he done a number of things and using his own money. We done talked about that, where he didn't ask for sponsors. He did it himself. And so for him to make a decision as a performer to perform, which is what his bread and butter is and what he's been trained to do, and now to be bastardized because he made a choice to do something and to do it at the inauguration with our new president.
Now listen, I understand that Michael was very happy that Donald Trump actually gave him a pardon, and I really get that to the 10th power, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you can thank Donald Trump for that. You don't have to be ignorant or disrespectful because he didn't have to do it. So let's just keep that all the way 100. But at the same time, just because you gave me a pardon does not mean that I will conform to your ideologies and policies and things of that nature. But anyway, let's move along, and I want to talk about Chris Brown suing Warner Brothers for $500 million over the documentary that they did in regards to him called A History of Silence, and I'm paraphrasing there. Now, Chris is suing Warner Brothers for alleged libel and intentional infliction of emotional distress. They talked about his pattern of abuse. They also talked about a situation that allegedly transpired on Diddy's yacht where a young woman was essayed in R and things like that. So Chris Brown is like, yo, I'm not having this. This is all lies. Now, there have been a multitude of women that have come out and made accusations about Chris Brown in the past, but if they're true or not, we don't know. But I will say that the documentary does focus on what transpired between him and Rihanna. It also talks about what transpired between him and Karrueche. They also talk about the fact that Chris laid hands on fans and stuff like that. And they also bring up his meltdown that he had at Good Morning America, where he stormed off the set and punched out a window. But anyway, his lawyer spoke about the situation, and I want to play you what he had to say. Check it out.
We know that there's always going to be some women, some men out there that try to take advantage of these celebrities and try to exploit them and try to make money off them. There's lots of them. Where this could be stopped and where the responsibility has to lie is with people like Warner Brothers. When you have giant companies with all of these smart people that are in there making these decisions, and the decision is, we're going to take this one girl who's been completely discredited story and protect her identity and treat her like a victim and put this out there for the public eye, and we're going to smash these celebrities and we're going to throw them under the bus and we're going to ruin their lives because it will make Warner Brothers a little bit more money. That's not right. And that's not good. And I'll just say it right here. Shame on you, Warner Brothers. Shame on you, big companies, for doing this to people's lives. Because at the end of the day, people are more important than companies. Every single person in this country, from the lowliest to whoever you think is on the top, is more important than the biggest companies in this country. Again, for people to continue to profit off of his name and at the same time hurt his name is ridiculous. So the producer, the director, the people involved, the distribution company, the folks that show it, all of them need to be held responsible so they'll quit doing this to Chris. Secondly, I think the message he wants to get out strongly is, after 15 years of just kind of laying down and trying to take it and apologizing, he's tired. He's tired. People keep coming after him and exploiting him, exploiting his name, exploiting his talent, exploiting his brand for these cheesy documentaries, and he's done with it. You know, he's going to do something about it. You know, Chris has apologized and sought treatment and paid thoroughly for the terrible things that happened with Rihanna. He's a new guy. It's a new time. And he's trying to move forward to basically be the Chris Brown that the world deserves.
So do you feel like
the talented next Michael Jackson?
More like the next celebrity to be set up to be put away in jail. Because listen, I fear for Chris Brown in this situation, y'all. I really do. He has every right to go after Warner Brothers for putting out that documentary, especially if he knows within his heart of hearts that none of that is true in regards to what they're alleging. But at the end of the day, when you play with a big company like that, they're going to find a way to get rid of Chris Brown. They really are. Even if Chris wins this lawsuit, whether he settles or go through the entire litigation process, they're going to find a way to get Chris. Now, Warner Brothers is saying that they're sticking by their documentary, and it is what it is, but it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that I discussed in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.